Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited to have you back here. This is going to be an awesome topic. I can't wait to share this with you. If you're brand new, welcome. This is the channel where we talk about your greater life and we talk about different things like family, health, finance, fitness. It's going to be a blast today. What I'm talking about today is winning financially. Have you ever wanted to win financially? Have you seen people in your life that are winning financially and you've looked at your life and you're like, man, I'm kind of sucking wind? So there's hope. There's actually things that people that win financially do that others don't do. So in this video, we're just going to get into a few things. I want to dive into a topic that's not only close to my heart, but it's something I believe can change your financial life. The power of transforming your mindset around money. It's not just about the dollars and cents. It's about how you perceive that money. And even more importantly, how you perceive yourself having those dollars. Let's get real for a moment. Your view around money is really going to be shaped by the way that you grew up. If you grew up around people that said, oh, money's bad, or if you grew up around people that didn't have a lot of money, or if you grew up around people that the only way to make money was to steal or to win the lottery, you may not have a good view on money, or you may not think that it's for you. So before we even get into how to win financially, we have to unpack some of the myths that people believe about money, and maybe even you might believe about money. So let's get into this. Myth number one, if you make a lot of money, you're an evil person. I have heard that so many times before. Money is the root of all evil. You've heard that, haven't you? And it actually comes from scripture. But if you look up the scripture of where it comes from, it doesn't say money is the root of all evil. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. Money is literally a tool. You can use it to buy food. You can use it to feed your children. That's the same thing. But you can use it to build churches. You can use it to go on vacation. You can use it to bless others. It's a hammer. It's a tool. What you do with it is really what determines if it's good or if it's bad. Myth number two, money is only for a select few people. If you looked around, you're going to notice that there are so many people from so many ethnic backgrounds. There's good-looking people, ugly-looking people. You know who you are. I'm one of the ugly ones. I'm kidding. There's people that are white, there's black, there's Asians, there's Hispanics like me. All walks of life that win financially. But we somehow get in our head that making money is only for select few people. Let me give you a big secret. That's not a secret. America is designed as a free market. Now you may argue with that, but what that means is that it's designed for anybody to grab opportunity. It's not just for select few people. It's for people that want to grab it. Myth number three, you can't make a lot of money if you weren't born into it. Whoa! I can tell you, I wasn't born into money. I'm an immigrant that came here from Cuba. I have a lot of friends that came here. I have a lot of friends that grew up in the hood. I have a lot of friends that didn't have a lot of money growing up. I have a lot of friends that their parents were rich and now they're broke because they became drug addicts. It's not if you were born into it. The fourth myth is that money is going to make you happy. I'm not happy right now. Well, if you're not happy right now, you probably won't be happy when you have a lot of money. That's another video, okay? So there's two levels of having money. One level is where it gets you to pay for your basic needs. Once you've paid for your basic needs, food, shelter, clothing, once you've paid for your basic needs, yeah, I'll give you that. Money will make you happy up until that point. If you can't eat, if you're living on the streets, you're not very happy. Now you could be happy, but once you've paid for your basic needs, anything above that, money's not going to make you any happy. You either decide to be happy or you don't. The reason I'm sharing these myths is because I want you to start changing your mind about money. See, somebody has to challenge your belief, just like they challenged my belief, okay? And once you change your belief about money, now you can be open to receiving, how do I actually start winning financially? So this is going to be really exciting because it's very, very practical. All right, let's get right into this. Number one, to increase your finances at your job, at your work, at your career, do more, give more than what you're being paid to do. Wow, that's a concept. That's actually a game changer. You ever heard somebody say this? Well, that's not my job. That's probably one of the most frustrating things that I hear and I see in companies. That's not my job. I have a church that I get to be a part of, and it's an incredible church. It's called G5 Church. I hope that you'll look it up. But we get taught in that environment to take it personal. It's one of the values, one of the beliefs that we have there. It's one of our behaviors. So we get taught, take it personal. What does that mean? If the gate's not closed, I'm going to close it. If trash needs to get picked up, I'm going to pick it up. I saw our pastor picking up trash the other day. Well, is he beneath? No, he's not beneath it, but he lives the values. And at companies, if you're working and you will start giving more and doing more than what you're being paid for, you're going to get opportunities that other people don't get. Now, I'll tell you, it's not just about making more money. So step number 2 is about keeping what you make. So step number 2 is quit spending more money than you make. I know this is a bit of tough love. I know this is a little bit whoa, because we live in a society right now where everybody is caring about what other people think about them. I honestly don't care what people think about me. I don't care if they know I'm driving a nice car or where I live or where I don't live. What I want to do is be winning financially for me. I recently talked to a young lady that was working multiple jobs, and I asked her, I said, are you saving money? And she said, I can't. I said, what's the reason for that? One of the big things that she said is, well, I just bought this car. Okay. So she made a purchase that on paper she could afford, but she really couldn't afford because now she can't save money. Now she can't set herself up to win for the future. I know that we all struggle with this at one point or another. I had one of my clients, this was so hilarious, and she would buy a policy and then she would pretty much cancel it every 8 months or every 9 months. And I would go back to her and I would say, hey, what happened? You had the policy, you were keeping it going? And she would say, well, Junior, what had happened was, I love when they start like that. What happened was, I saw this purse. I said, you're kidding. No, I saw this purse. And I'm like, did you have the money? No, but I knew I could get it. It would overdraft my account, but then my paycheck would come right in. People, here's what you know. People's behavior makes sense to themselves. So I hope that makes sense to you. Number 3, to win financially, improve your identity. This is where the magic starts happening. Your identity is going to be a direct impact of the income that you make and the income you allow yourself to make. There's a book, it's called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. I'm going to see if I can link it below, the Amazon link, and you can go find it. But in that book, it talks about there being a thermostat that you set up in your mind. If you're used to making 50 grand and you have a sales job, or you have a job where now you're making 70 grand, there's something in your mind, a thermostat that says, I'm making too much. So you'll sabotage yourself. Same thing if you're used to making 100 and you get a sales job and you're only making 70, you'll push so hard the last 2 months a year because you want to get to that 100. So in order to get past, you've got to change your identity. How do I change my identity? This is a video in and of itself, but I'm going to give you 3 things that you can do to absolutely, completely change your identity. Number 1 is the books that you read. Junior, I'm not a reader. I'm doing a whole video on reading. I used to not be a reader. When I was 18 years old, I got introduced to reading. Changed my entire life. Found out some of the top people in the entire world, business people, they read books. The most winningest people in the world read books. Number 2 is the people that you hang around. I recently had a day where I wasn't feeling as good as I normally do. And instead of reaching out to a friend that would bring me down, I reached out to one of my friends that owns a business. And it has been incredible in my life, and he spoke life into me, and he makes way more money than I do. Now here's the thing, because I am grateful that I've been given the opportunity to hang around. I chose to hang around different people. That has helped me understand that I can be winning financially at a higher level than I normally could. So the people that you hang around, who are the top 5 people that you're hanging around? The top 5 people you hang around is going to determine the income that you make. Number 3, to increase and improve your identity and change your identity, is the audios that you're listening to. What are you consuming? Are you consuming things that build you up? Are you driving around and listening to music all the time? Are you wasting time scrolling through social media? Or are you consuming podcasts? Are you listening to things that are going to get you better in your craft, get you better in what you do? What you listen to will make all the difference. You can get the equivalent of a 2-year college degree by just driving around your car, listening to audio and listening to podcasts. Step number 4, start being intentional. If you're self-employed or not, start auditing the time that you spend doing things. Ask yourself, am I spending time doing things that are going to increase my finances? Or am I spending time wasting time? Here's the biggest tip I can give you on this. We all waste time. So when you catch yourself wasting time, do not beat yourself up. You ever said, oh my gosh, I just been doing this and this, and then you start beating yourself up. So when you start to catch yourself not being intentional, with your time. Just say, wow, I wasted some time, but I'm going to get better right now. Switch from beating yourself up to start being productive. That's going to help you if you're a mom, if you're a dad, if you're in sales, if you're in business, because it'll help you get back to focusing on what you need to focus on. So those are the big 4 things that's going to help you start winning more financially. Changing your beliefs about money is the first step to crafting the financial life you desire. So as we close, I have a question for you. What do you want? Because if you can't answer what you want, you won't apply any of this. So I beg that you'll take time to figure out, what do you want to accomplish in life? If this video has been helpful to you, and I pray and I hope that it has, I want you to hit the like and subscribe button, all the stuff you already know on YouTube. And please share this video. This is something that will impact other people. If you will share this, you can make a difference in other people's lives. You matter more than you know. I love you. I'm out.